Hey, what's up YouTube? It is Melanie back. Melanie Loves Death Metal. I'm doing another handsy video today. I'm going to actually do a real unboxing. I tore off the labels so you guys don't see my address and shit. But of the new Necrot album that just came out today called Lifeless Birth. So let's break into this. Let's unbox this CD and we'll talk about the album because I've actually had this promo for a while now. There it is. I've had this promo for a while now. Let's toss this shit to the side. Been listening to it for about a month. Oh no, the case is cracked. Well, there you go. That's what you can pretty much expect if you're collecting tapes or CDs is that shit. So this has been out officially today. This is their third full-length album. The band is out of California in the United States. If you're not familiar, there is Luca, who is the guitarist and vocalist, used to be in Vastum, and then Chad, the drummer, is also in Mortuous. Those are the two familiar people in the band. But yeah, so let's unbox this CD. Let's unwrap it here. Just kind of puncture this. No, it's kind of hard to do through the camera, so let me just get it started. So this is out on Tank Crimes. Tank Crimes is a really cool label. They put out some stuff like Dystopia is the other band that I'm thinking of right now that they've put out. There you go. So check out Tank Crimes as their previous albums were. So their previous albums, let's talk about it really quick. Mortal came out in 2020. Fantastic album. I was a big fan of that album. And then in 2017, Blood Offerings came out. Blood Offerings admittedly is where I learned about who Necrot was. And that is because I saw them live playing with Gatecreeper in 2018. I had never heard of them. I saw them live. Thought, these guys fucking rule live. Looked them up, noticed Luca from Vastum. I don't think he's in Vastum anymore. The links were there, and then I just became a fan of the band ever since. So, Mortal came out after that. I was a big fan of that album. I really enjoyed that album. But out of the two, I think Blood Offerings is still the one that I tend to pull the most off the shelf. But this one is out now, and there's quite a bit of hype around it for a good reason. They have a very good following here. Their fan base really loves this band, and that's you know, it's within good reason. I think this is one of the better old school modern death metal bands out there, and this album is definitely worthy of the hype that you're going to be hearing about this. So there you go. Here's the track listing and the artwork on the background that glares goddamn terrible. And then over here, so let's pull out this booklet. So here's a CD. And on the back is their emblem that they're most notably known for. I think that was the cover art of their, what was it, an EP or a demo? I think it was a demo that came out. The Abyss, is that what it was? Back in 2014. So here's the booklet. Artwork is pretty spectacular. All things considered. Got a little guy there coming out of what looks like is possibly the dongle area of this beast, but there's a little bit of a overhang there, so maybe, yeah, I don't know. That's unfortunately the first thing I noticed about this. So, inside, we've got the lyrics, which is nice touch. Here we go. Some more stellar demon artwork. Which, by the way, if you've never seen the Mortal artwork, you definitely should. That's some good stuff, too. So there's some more. The Curse is definitely one of my favorite songs on here. So here we go. Here are the liner notes. The art is by that name right there. I'm not even going to try to butcher it. I will be respectful and not try to butcher it. So it was recorded by Greg Wilkinson, which is at Earhammer Studio, which is, you know, everybody knows where that is. And then Audio Siege as well for the mastering. So those are two iconic studios there. And then here you go, Luca, Chad, and Sonny, three-piece band. So there you go. So that artwork is phenomenal. I really love the coloring of it, just the overall details of it. Very hellish, like end of the earth kind of artwork there. So, and then again, the CD, a nice classic clear, just silver CD. There's the back. There you go. So, yeah, what you're going to get with this album is essentially, it's Necrot. If you're familiar with this band and you know exactly what they sound like, it is a 7-track, 40-minute long album. Definitely some of the best songs on here are the middle section of this album, which is funny to say because sometimes those end up being the deeper cuts that people don't tend to like them much. But Superior, Drill of Skull, Winds of Hell, Dead Memories, and The Curse, like the whole album is very, very good. It's very consistent. Very consistent. Nothing really groundbreaking here. Really good riffs. The vocals are on point as past Necrot albums. Very, very good production. Just overall, it is a very good album. And in terms of the 3 full-length albums that are out right now, I can see myself listening to this one quite a bit. It's still too early to tell how I would rank these albums. Again, I tend to not do that unless I've had a lot of time with them. And I've only had about a month with this album, so I would like to give a little bit more. But it is a good album. I think this is going to be one of the best albums to come out this year, to be honest with you. That's a biased opinion, though, because I'm a huge fan of this band. I forgot to show the spine. But in terms of this stacking up to Mortal, which I was a really big fan of, I think this is right up there. I think it's close to it. I think it's a very good album. So it's definitely filthy sounding in that regards. There's definitely some catchier hooks on this, I would definitely say, especially with the single that they released. Was it Lifeless Birth? I think that was it. Definitely a little bit more catchier hooks, but again, it's very much Necrot. They don't really sway too far away from their sound. There's definitely a little bit more riffage on this one. I think they really tried to elaborate on longer style riff style writing in terms of guitars, not as so much chug-a-chug, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's a very good album. So I would like to know what you guys think if you've listened to it yet. Damn, I hate when the jewel cases come cracked, but oh well. So again, out on Tank Crimes, links will be in the description where you can get this. There's also a record, and I believe there's like tape as well. I chose CD just because at the time of pre-ordering this, which was a while ago, I actually forgot I pre-ordered this until I got the shipping notification 3 days ago. I was heavily into buying CDs, so that was the format that I chose, but there's so many different colored record versions of this, so when I'm back to collecting vinyl records, I'll definitely pick this up and get it on the wax treatment. I don't fear that it'll be sold out. They've repressed their other albums so many times. I remember Mortal first came out, sold out. It was hard to get at that first initial pre-order. But then they just repressed it like shit after that. So if for whatever reason something is sold out that you want, don't worry, it will come back in stock. So that's all I have. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Tonight I'm going to be back on Heavy Metallurgy, doing a Borknagar album ranking and deep dive with Jimmy from Future Ruins. So definitely check that out. Marty and Ellen will also be there. Really excited about that. Borknagar is one of my favorite bands. Modern-ish favorite bands, I guess you could say. They've been around for forever, but I'm a huge fan of their new album that came out this year. So that was the reason why, but I do love some of their older stuff as well. So definitely check that out. Link will be in the description for Heavy Metallurgy as well. That's all. See you guys in the next one.